Ask, Tell, Confess.
Ask, tell, confess. Ask, tell, confess.
Hello, friends. Welcome to another Ask, Tell, Confess.
Wow. Oh, all right. Okay. More?
We have mixed reviews in the comments. Some people are like, yes, the whistle's back. And other people are like, can you never do that again?
50-50.
Listen, I'm with you guys who don't like it. I fucking hate people that whistle. My husband whistles all the time. It drives me insane up a wall. Like I've had to hold him and go like, honey. And what is that called? Is there a name for that? Like
Overstimulation, right?
I don't know. I cannot hear a whistle without it pissing me off. Like I literally am just like, oh, like it, like, or if I hear like
sensory overload.
Yeah,
because it's like when you hear people chew and it makes you mad, kind of thing.
I don't see that doesn't bother me. There's some people. Okay,
I love chewing.
Let's talk about this really quick because I actually do have something to talk about. Why is Jaime? I cannot even take you serious.
I mean,
right
that's scaring the shit out of me.
Every time I look over,
He was over there just waving a second ago.
and we'll get to the Jaime too in a second. But every freaking new mukbanger, this is like a new thing that they do. When they go to take a bite, they go, they breathe in.
How do I like that?
And then they bite.
No.
I don't. First of all, if I did that, I would choke.
I want to punch you.
I can't do that. If I did that, I would fucking choke. I can't handle it. It drives me crazy. Like I was watching this girl last night and I loved hearing her chew, like the way she ate. She's like this mukbanger on TikTok and she does it from like 3 different angles. Do you know who that girl is? I don't know her name. She's super cute. Like
Hispanic girl that does the Chili's one all the time?
yes.
Yeah, that's my girl.
I love her. But every time she bites, she goes,
I know, I love it.
and it's like, I can't, how? I would choke.
The way Jason chooses vitamins at night make me want to be physically
Choose his vitamins?
Oh, bro, I want to get violent with him.
What is he taking? Children's vitamins?
No, the magnesium gummies that we take.
Gotcha.
Okay. But they're sour, so he's like, and I'm like, go in the other room.
Those are sour as fuck, though.
This new batch I got, so sour. Even I kind of was like,
No, chewing doesn't bother me as much as whistling. Whistling, it will send me into a frenzy. I cannot handle it to save my life. Jaime, you were well received. Everybody was so happy to see you on the podcast last week.
Yes, it was really nice to see all the different versions my name could be spelled.
Yes.
yeah. That was nice.
I actually had to ask Jaime how to spell his name because I have you programmed in my phone as Jaime, so it's HIGH-MEY.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's how people were spelling it too.
Yeah, that's how Olivia spells it. So I've always spelled it like that.
That's how you can read it to pronounce it. But yeah.
Is it spelled like Jamie?
It's spelled like Jamie, yeah, but it's the I that gets tricky. So it's Jaime.
I've seen Jamie's spelled like that though too.
I never have until I met him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Huh.
Yeah, not a very common name, but I mean, it kind of is, but kind of isn't common.
Why did Spanish people use J's as a sound?
Yeah, kind of like Jorge instead of George.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like it's for the trickery.
Yep.
You said the trickery.
The trickery.
Yeah.
So this week we have decided to talk about a little bit of a different subject because it is spooky season, but also I feel like there's so many different aspects to like spookiness. And I think the question that we asked this week was, why do you believe that there's an afterlife? And if you guys want to be a part of Ask, Tell, Confess, we will be asking our new subscribers. We now have subscribers on both YouTube, so Dumb Blonde Podcast and Bunnie Xo. If you want to be a part of the Ask, Tell, Confess questions and along with other perks, subscribe to the Dumb Blonde Podcast sub. And yeah, you guys are going to get a lot of stuff. We're excited about that. And again, you don't have to, but if you want to be a part of it, you can. But this week we just asked everybody on the channel and you guys delivered, and there's some really, really cool stories. So I'm excited to dive into this because it's just amazing to see how like God works through people and like, you know, I don't know. There's so many people who are like, oh, when you die, it's just over. And that scares me because I'm like, God, that's so sad. Like
That freaks me out.
I feel like everybody needs something to believe in, or like they need a little bit of hope. And it's like, when you're just like, oh, when you die, it's over. Like nobody wants to think about that.
I had a friend who believed that like your neurons just stop firing and that's it. I was like, ugh, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's like, I just feel like one, there has to be a higher power because how did we get here? You know, like I know a lot of people believe in like the Big Bang Theory and like other things. It doesn't matter because everything ties back into who the hell created us, like our freaking blood vessels, the blood flowing through
That
our body.
freaks me out.
Our brains are just amazing. The way that we are structured, we are so fearfully and wonderfully made. And that's what it says in the Bible.
That it's like so precise.
Yeah. And it's like, you cannot deny that there's not a higher power out there that, you know, crafted us with love. So who wants to kick these off this week?
I say you kick it off.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. I wasn't expecting to go first.
Got so excited.
Let me get prepared. Hold on, please. Okay. This one is from Brandy Reynolds. She said, my great-grandmother died while I was pregnant with my first child, and I was devastated. This lady was my world, and I was terrified of having my child without her. The day of her death, I was laying in my bed crying my eyes out, and I cried myself to sleep and proceeded to have an experience I have never forgotten. I dreamed, quote unquote, that she came and sat down on my bed. I actually felt the weight of the mattress sink and placed her hand on my head. I was crying and said, how am I going to raise this baby without you here? And she said, don't worry, baby. I will always be watching over you and your little girl. This was back in 1990 when ultrasounds weren't as frequent as they are now, and I was only 2 months pregnant. So I had no idea what sex my baby was going to be. But from that day forward, I never picked out a boy's name, and I didn't know what I was having till she popped out. I felt such peace after having that dream, and any time I have had bad stuff happen with my daughter, I can feel her hand on my head, stroking my hair and whispering, I'm here, I've got you.
I'm going to cry.
Dude, that like made me tear up.
That was one of mine.
God.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That made me tear up.
I
That
love
is
that.
so beautiful.
I love when ancestors are like part of children's lives and stuff. I think that is so sweet to me.
No, I love it too. Dude, so okay, so the land that you're getting, that just triggered something that I thought of. The land that you're getting, this lady and her husband I had seen on TikTok had got some land or whatever, and they had some graves that were on the land, and somebody in the comments said, maybe those graves are you guys and you're coming back to the land to claim your land. They're your land
I just
sisters.
got goosebumps.
They're your land sisters. Like instead of ancestors, they're your Landcestors. And I was just like, oh my God, what if that's why that is calling you so tough? Because maybe there's something linked to your guys' past life or something on that land. No.
Stop it. My ancestors come back. I did my ancestor DNA and my parents have family here. One of my great grandfathers is buried in McMinnville.
Wow.
No, I've never seen his grave, but like I've told because I don't want to go without my parents. I told them I would take them with me. But yeah, findagrave.com. They have a picture of his grave on there.
Wow.
It's really cool. Yeah, we have a lot of family from this area. So that freaks me out because I
would research. Do a little
that
research.
family acquired it in the early 1800s and my family is here in the 1700s.
Wow.
What if they bought it from your family?
Stop it. Freak out, you guys.
Start fucking doing research,
And today's
dude.
1023, by the way, which is the number that we found on the land.
Yeah.
It is his. Yeah. Happy birthday, Grandma.
Yeah. So when I read that, I was like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. It just kind of sparked like something in me. And I was like, I wonder if that's why Mimi is so drawn to that land.
I need to research it more.
Yeah. And like, see if there's maybe some graves on there, or if anybody was buried there.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
I really want to like get into the land and like dive deep into it. Like I want to know about the cave.
Yeah.
Like how far does that go down? Can I put a GoPro down there, you think? On a
Yeah. I
string
don't
or
see why you
something?
couldn't. Yeah.
Your land.
Yeah. Literally.
I'm
Do
going to
whatever you
try
want.
it. Like, because I didn't know if they could see, like, are they night vision?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm
have
sure
to
you
get
could
something.
get night vision.
Put a selfie light on it.
I will.
Yeah.
Stick it down
Put one
there.
of those hats on with the light and just walk in there like you're just do it yourself.
I'd have to, no, they're like, you got to crawl in it.
Oh, it's that. It's like you can't stand
It's like,
in it.
like splunking where you like shimmy down in it.
Absolutely not.
I love watching this.
It gives me, I freak out. I can't breathe. I saw some guy who was climbing in one of those, and does everybody and their mom want to fix me right now? I saw a guy who was climbing in one of those, and I mean, there was nowhere for him to move.
No.
Why does anybody by choice?
That's optional.
Yeah, like that's a choice.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you did that because you
Splunkers
wanted
freak me
to.
out.
I can't. Ever since that, what is that called? Something?
The Nutty Professor?
Nope. It's
Oh.
the one where the dude gets stuck face down and he's still there.
No.
It's like
That's
the very
like people-
famous one where he like went and he got stuck to where he couldn't come out. Like no one could get him and he's still there.
He died there.
Yeah.
That's like people who
Upside
like
down.
hike.
Why would nobody get him out? You couldn't break anything
Probably
to get it
couldn't.
I
out.
don't think you could probably get to it.
Couldn't get to him.
I'm
that
watching all
called?
those people get stuck on the mountain right now who are like on Everest. You guys saw the storm that came through and trapped like 100 people up there?
No.
Nutty Putty Cave.
Nutty Putty?
2009. He was trapped for 27 hours. He died of cardiac arrest due to immense strain on the body. The cave was sealed to prevent other incidents, and his body remains inside.
That is so sad.
Oh,
That is so sad. But again, why would you do that? Like, I'm not.
choice.
I'm not.
And a lot of them have water that runs through them. I don't know if you guys know that, but like especially out in this area because there's so much rock, it goes through the water goes through the rock, and so some of these people are like down there like wading through it waist deep.
No.
What if there
Can
was
you
a
imagine
monster
the
down there?
freaking bladder
Oh,
infection
I was
you'd
thinking of
get?
drowning.
Oh,
What if something just bites your leg?
Nope.
that's what I was thinking. Like, what if there's some creature that's just been living down there, hasn't seen the light in 200 years?
Just bites your wiener off. Because women aren't down there. This is only men that do this shit.
Yeah, I've actually never seen a woman.
Yeah,
do
because we're
this.
smart. That's why. We're fucking
We don't
intelligent.
explore random holes.
Yeah, at all. All right, who's gonna read next?
Okay, this is from Liz Ashley. I was on a vacation in the Virgin Islands with my boyfriend. On the last day, he asked me how I felt about the trip. I was disappointed that I didn't feel my father's presence there, who passed away recently. He was always telling us to go on vacation and spend time together. He was always making his presence known in subtle ways after he passed. My boyfriend assured me he was around. In any event, later that day, my boyfriend went kayaking, and when he returned, he was very, very freaked out. In his hand, he held a drenched New Orleans Saints ball cap. He proceeded to tell me that he found it while out on the kayak, floating in the ocean. He flagged down every boat in the cove and asked who it belonged to. Not one person claimed it. That was my dad's favorite sports team. He was obsessed with them. What would that be doing here? Why that specific spot of the ocean at that very moment? I cried happy tears. I immediately called my mom, and she told me to go turn on the TV because they were playing. When my father was alive, he was always texting me the score and trying to get me to watch the game.
Oh, what a moment.
No, I
These
believe
are
in stuff
so
like
good.
This is
Crazy.
a really feel-good episode.
I would have
guys.
gotten full body chills if that happened.
I believe that there are so many signs in the afterlife.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So many. When my mom first died, she gave me so many signs.
Yeah.
I went to sleep one night and I woke up so the first thing that happened was, I think right when I found out that she had passed, or it was the day that she had passed, we had to film. And I was at the studio for some reason.
No, you went there because you had better Wi-Fi. Remember we were going through the Wi-Fi issue at your house and you're like, I'll just drive down to the studio. It's fine. And you were just by yourself.
Yeah. So I went there to just kind of zone out for a second. And I was kind of like bawling my eyes out because my mom had passed. I was sad, and all we had gone through before she passed away and just how things ended. It was really rough on me. And I remember I was bawling my eyes out. And then all of a sudden, Mama, I'm Coming Home starts playing
On the Alexa.
No, nothing was hooked up to it. Nothing was going on. But then also we had
Accent lights behind the couch.
accent lights behind the couch, and they just started turning multiple colors.
Which we've never used that setting, by the way. We only, as you guys can tell, we only use like solid ones.
Yeah.
We've never even turned it on that.
So Mama, I'm Coming Home is playing. The freaking lights are going, and I'm just sitting there like, all I could do was just kind of like start laughing because I was just like, okay, Mom, like I love you too. Because she's just such a little rocker biker lady that to play Ozzy Osbourne, Mama, I'm Coming Home, and then get the lights going was just like really cool. And then I knew that it was her again because a couple days later I fell asleep, and I don't think Jay was home. I think he was on tour or something. I fell asleep, and I never sleep with the TV on. I cannot sleep with the TV on. Next thing I know, I wake up because I see just lights going like this, and I open my eyes, and literally the entire TV was just doing the multiple lights like it was doing at the studio. And I was just like,
so
"Aw."
sweet. She
Yeah, it
just
was
kept
really
showing you,
sweet.
and she to this day keeps showing you signs.
Yeah, she won't go away. I love you, Vanessa. I get it. You know,
Your signs are still there.
yeah, the signs are still there. Any psychic I talk to, I just recently talked to a psychic, and I said before I went to go see this psychic, I said, Mom, I don't want to hear from you today, because every time I talk to anybody that can tap into energy like that, she's front and center, and she doesn't give anybody else a chance to come through. And the psychic says to me in this reading, she says, your mom is here, but she's hiding behind somebody else because she wants to let them come to the front. She would have never known that.
Wild. I had goosebumps.
Yeah, she would have
When that happened.
never known that. And I just started laughing because I was like, she's so f***ing dramatic, dude.
Yeah.
Like she had to make sure I knew that she was hiding behind somebody.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm listening to you.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
honey, go ahead. Do what you got to do. But I'm still here. Don't forget about me. Just know that I'm here.
She's so funny, dude.
Lunatic.
She was such a character. That's like the best way to describe her. She was such a character.
In real life and after. I feel like after she's just gotten more brazen. It's like, Mom, calm down a little bit, you know? But no, she's great.
Don't stop. It's literally my turn.
Why do we do this every time?
Gosh dang. If you wouldn't have said anything, I wouldn't have
even
She's over there going,
That's just normal.
No.
But since you said something, now it's gonna be a problem.
I didn't even realize it was your turn. She said it's my turn. Okay, go ahead.
God dang it.
don't look at each other.
I'm not.
All right. My mother, Jessica, passed away on April 3rd, 2024. It was the end of my 8th grade year. I was 14, turning 15 that June. And when she died, I felt like something left me that night.
Wait. She said she died April 2024
April 3rd, 2024.
and she was in 8th grade.
It was the end of my 8th grade year.
So she's writing in right now.
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby.
It was like her soul left me. And then everyone in my family started having dreams. I had a dream of her in a field in all white. And one night I had a dream that she had her hair up. She was sitting in a rocking chair at the house. She said, Mommy loves you, baby girl. I'm sorry. Everything is going to be okay. Plus, my mom had a tattoo of a sunflower and a butterfly on her leg. Every time I go out, butterflies, I always see butterflies, and they will then follow me. I do believe butterflies are like.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So that's what made me believe in the afterlife and everything else possible. I'm now 16 and I 100% believe in the afterlife. I believe
16.
butterflies. I believe butterflies.
I wonder if when you come back, sometimes you are reincarnated into animals.
I feel, so here's the thing. I don't feel like when people are, and this is just my opinion, I feel like when people are reincarnated, you can come back as anything that you want to be, and you can jump into different things. I don't feel like somebody comes back and has to live a whole dear life, you know? Like that's what they're chained to that body.
Yeah.
I feel like spirits can just come and like kind of
It's
show
energy.
themselves and present themselves and what they want, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
I watched a TikTok one time and someone said like the reason they don't want to be cremated and they want to be put back in the earth is how your energy is put back into the earth. So being burnt versus like, I know.
No, because I told you I've seen signs from my aunt who was buried.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any from my uncle who was cremated.
Yeah. Everyone says the way your energy gets kind of filtered back in, like you were saying, is like versus earth and cremation are.
Well, my mom was cremated and she's great. Bill was cremated and he's weird. So, but my dad was always weird. Even alive, he was weird. So
He
he's
shows
kept
himself.
the same energy.
Yeah, I was going to say he shows himself exactly who he was.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if I believe that, but I wish there was a better way to do things. There's those things now, like when they bury people, you can bury them in pods or something like that.
Yeah.
To like become a tree or something like that. That is cool.
Yeah.
To me.
Would love that.
I would
refilled-
love to do that.
I just told Jason the other day, because we were talking about after, I said, I don't want to be cremated.
No, I don't.
No, I want to be recycled back into the earth.
Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful.
I
I
want to
hate
be a
talking
tree.
about stuff
I
like
want to
that.
be a willow tree.
Have you seen like online?
I swear I was
where
just going
they-
to say that.
Oh,
I'm
willow
obsessed
tree.
with willow trees.
They're beautiful.
That's
Willow
what I
trees
want,
are
yeah.
aggressive.
Weeping willows are beautiful. The ones that look like they're like just crying and having a
I
hard
want
time.
them around the house.
Hey guys, did you guys know that a mourning dove does not mean morning as in daytime morning?
you are.
Yeah, didn't
Means
know that.
Morning.
Because back in the day, it sounded like the bird was crying, and they would show up a lot of the time during like traditions in which they were celebrating a death. Mourning doves would show up. So they're actually not mourning as in day. They are mourning as in their cries are so sorrow that's how they got their name. Didn't know
my
that till the other
God,
day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew it was with
so
a U, but I
sad.
didn't know why.
Yeah. So, and it's like, and what's crazy in the history of it, multiple like Native Americans and other like people all named it the same thing without knowing like those people call it that and those people call it that. But a lot in the Native American were who named mourning doves. It's one of my favorite birds. I literally,
morning doves.
we talked about this in Texas, didn't we?
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
mourning doves have been my favorite bird.
Yes,
my
because
entire
remember
life.
I was like, my last place I lived at for 7 years, I never heard one. And now that I'm at this new place and I just feel better and like more positive, I hear mourning doves now.
Yep, I have two that visit me every morning on the power lines outside my house.
I love it.
Yeah, I think they're in love. I like to think that.
Aw, I think doves are so sweet. I have crows outside my house all the time. I swear sometimes they freaking scream just to wake me up.
Yes, I walked outside a couple days ago. Wait, when you stopped by?
Yeah, I was there.
I walked outside and I was like, Pablo. And then I look, 3 crows, literally us, just go screeching across the sky. I said,
us.
oh, there we are.
What was Pablo doing? Was he freaking running around?
Going, he's wild.
He's a spaz for sure. This one is from Tracy. My aunt was in a medical accident in the 90s and she passed in 2012. The day I came back to work, the security cameras started acting weird. They would ring saying something was there. I'd look and then there would be nothing. This happened every day for about a week, only when I was alone. One day, my cousin left to go get us some lunch. The camera started ringing, so I looked. And it was the camera covering where I was. I was obviously moving, but the camera never went off. I actually filmed this on my BlackBerry, but a huge white figure with angel wings appeared behind me. It was absolutely beautiful. It gave me so much joy. My aunt wasn't able to talk or walk after her accident due to medical negligence, and I feel she came to show me she's finally free of the things that held her back here on this planet.
Wow.
Get out of here. That gave me chills.
So I love that. That is so beautiful. And I love angels. Like I'm obsessed with angels. I have a couple tattooed on me. But did you know that real angels, like
not
biblical angels, are crazy
Terrifying.
looking? They are not like what you think they would be.
What are we talking about?
You want me to show you? Yeah, real angels are not like the beautiful, like white winged, gorgeous thing. Like they're freaking scary. And I can actually vouch for that because when I was going through my domestic violence relationship and I was getting beat up in the back of a taxi, I saw an angel and it was the biggest, scariest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. Just the way that he was so, it's crazy. It's in my book. You guys we'll talk about it whenever the book comes out. But yeah, pretty crazy.
The first angel we must discuss are the most
what I
common
saw
and
in the
recognizable
taxi.
angels. Archangels.
He's kind of hot.
Archangels are said to be very bright beings that have clothing that is also just as bright. These are believed to be the military class of angels, above other races of angels. Gabriel, one of the more known archangels, is explained as being the guardian angel of Israel that defends God's people from the angels of other nations. Also, in a lesser-known apocryphal book known as Enoch, which was once part of the Bible, Enoch explains what he saw in his ascent through the 10 levels of heaven. He says this about when he encountered the archangels. And those men lifted me up from there, and they carried me up to the seventh heaven, and I saw there an exceptionally great light, and all the fiery armies of the great archangels. Arms and legs looked
So
like
these are the
polished bronze.
archangels. Now,
When he spoke,
play the other one that I sent you, and then there's other ones.
This is crazy, you guys.
Yeah. So this is what real angels look like. So swipe. So these are what real angels look like. Like they're scary. They're not like your sweet angelic angels.
That would freak me out.
Yeah.
It says it's all of them.
Yeah. And there's more.
There's more.
and you
Yeah,
guys,
no, there's more that.
You guys can go down the wormhole, but there's so many different types of angels, but none of them are like the sweet little cherub angels that everybody thinks they are.
That's crazy.
That's a whole wormhole to go down, which we could cover the types of angels if we ever wanted to. There's some that are like really scary looking.
The one with the eyes.
I mean, the devil was an angel.
Whenever I brought up that Lucifer was an angel, people were like, he was not an angel. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Then everybody can say what they want. I believe that Lucifer was an angel. That's why lightning, when he was thrown down from heaven, that's where lightning came from. So yeah,
Wasn't he the angel
it's
of
all
music,
tied together.
and that's why like they say that.
Yeah, so that lightning is a representation of Lucifer getting thrown out of heaven.
Wow. My mind's blown.
Yeah, there's so much. Like I think in my younger life, I despised religion and I despised having to read the Bible all the time and study it. But now that I'm older, it's like, it's fascinating when you really like read everything that just kind of like comes together from the Bible, and it explains like so much about life. Granted, some people say it's a fairy tale. Some people say that it was, there was a lot of stuff taken out of it, which I would love to read the Bible that had Mary Magdalene's chapter in it. They actually took Mary Magdalene's chapter out of it.
Can you find that somewhere?
Yeah.
Is that like
They have it.
Yeah, there was this one TikTok I saw. This lady, I think, bought like a very, very old house, and they were like renovating whatever, and they found a Bible that was like from a long, long time ago that had like, I forgot what it is that's like not in there anymore, but it has like stuff that basically people were like, hide that or the government is literally going to come in. Like it had like maps, older maps.
Oh, I want to find
of
stuff
showing
in an old
things
house
that
so
like
bad.
they say aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
But this was like biblically accurate.
So the
maps.
Bible was written by Jesus, prophets, all that stuff. And then as religion came in and like the church came in, they started taking stuff out. So that's all man
Yeah,
that
that's what
did
I'm
that. Yeah.
Big on religion.
Crazy.
Man-made.
Yeah.
You see the church, the guy that had his Bentley parked behind him and he was like iced out. Did anyone else see that? And he was like, God gave me this Bentley. And some guy in the crowd was like, can we drive it? He said, no. He said Jesus wouldn't want that.
Is he a pastor?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I saw, yeah, he had his Bentley and he had like iced out chains on him. And then I saw another one where this lady went to donate $1,200 and he said, he was like, that's not what I asked. He said, I said 1,000 plus another 1,000.
Yes.
So, okay, I'll work on the other 800. I was like,
yeah, I saw that.
You saw that one?
I did a little bit of research because you guys know that I'm like obsessed with Joyce Myers. I've been graduating from Joyce Myers though. Like I've been listening to Real Talk Kim. Love her. I want her to come on the podcast. And I've also been listening to this other pastor who is a pastor of like, I think it's called like 2819 Church or something like that. Pastor Mitchell, I believe is his name. I don't quote me on it, but they're just so like G in how they operate. So when I saw that pastor, I was like, let me go research this guy a little bit more too. So I did. And I guess he was giving a sermon about, he gave everybody specific directions. Now, of course, what you should never be telling people to give you money. Like it's just wrong. No. But that's why they clipped that part of it because, to make it look a little bit worse than it was. But I mean, yeah, that he's obviously being a pastor for the wrong reasons.
well, there's no money in heaven.
Yeah.
So it's like,
No. And you can't take it with you. I saw the saddest thing. John Hurd, you guys know the actor from Home Alone, the dad.
Yeah.
You guys know him from Home Alone. I know him from Beaches. He died in 2017 and his headstone is like this tiny headstone in the middle of this cemetery that has grass overgrown on it. And like,
What?
yeah. And just like nothing special, but it's like, it really makes you think like you can't take any of this when you go. When you're born, you're by yourself. And when you die, you're by yourself. So your entire job on earth is to not acquire material things, even though that's all we strive for because we've been programmed that way. But it's really to love people and to be love and to show people love, even when they do you wrong, you know, and it's definitely a lesson that I am having to learn, but I think I'm getting better at it.
You're
You
doing
know?
great.
Even when people are in the wrong, you still have to love them no matter what.
Your entire life is summed up by a hyphen.
Yeah.
Your birth date and then death date, your entire life is literally just
All right. That's a lot to
Crazy,
think
right?
about. Cool.
I learned that in like a Bible camp I went to when I was in like junior high, and it's stuck with me since then.
I love Bible camps. They're so fun. That was the best thing I ever did when I was a kid, was go and have Bible camps.
Yeah.
Aw, I never did Bible
CBS.
camp.
Did you ever do that? Vacation Bible
We should
school?
go to
That
a
was
Bible
fun.
camp, Mimi, so you can experience it.
I did, like, I was raised in religion, but we were Catholic.
Yeah,
So
they're no
we
fun.
didn't do like Bible camp. You were raised Catholic too, right?
No, we did Bible camp.
Okay,
Or
we did. Maybe just didn't have it in my
We were
area.
No,
church.
Catholics are boring. They don't do any of that stuff.
No.
They don't have fun.
I was Southern Baptist.
I was christened as a Catholic. I was christened as a baby in the Catholic church. And
Yeah.
then my parents evolved to the good old Southern Pentecostal.
My mom accidentally left me at my first Holy Communion.
That's
Yeah,
traumatizing.
my neighbor found me.
What?
Yeah, she was like, "Where's your parents?" I was like, "I don't know. They left me." My mom thought that my aunt took me. My aunt thought my mom took me, and they left me at the church.
We've all been left at church before.
Yeah, so my neighbor was like, "I'll take you home."
That is very traumatizing. No wonder you have abandonment issues. You've held on to that forever. Holy
Really funny. That's really funny.
Okay, this is from Haley Smith. She said, when I was around 3 years old, my grandma lived with us for a year or two. During this time, my parents had been new homeowners, and my mom was trying to make the yard presentable. Her and my grandma tried planting daisies along the driveway. They never grew, and my mom never tried planting anything else in the yard. When I was around 9, my grandma passed away very suddenly. I had spent the night with her, spent the whole day with her, and she dropped me back off at home that night, and she ended up having a heart attack. About a month later, one single daisy popped up in the yard. One of the neighbor's kids accidentally stepped on it, and my mom saw it because that was the one sign from her mom that was gone. The next day, it was back like it was never gone. Fair to say, daisies are my favorite flower ever.
Aw, if she ever has kids, she should name her little girl Daisy.
That's really sweet.
That was my first dog name, Daisy. That is sweet.
That was such a sweet story.
Oh, I love that. I love daisies too.
Yeah, I feel like that's a huge
I like
sign.
it.
That's sweet. I love that.
This is such a
I would
good.
have fucking beat that little kid
Ugh.
for stepping on that
Oh, I'd
flower.
have been
You little jerk. Just kidding. I wouldn't beat anybody else's kids, but I'd think about
You
it.
think about it.
Yeah.
When I was 14, my grandpa sadly passed away in the hospital on his birthday after a long fight with kidney disease. It was a very quiet 3-hour drive back home when all of a sudden it started pouring down rain at night. Out of nowhere, we saw a red cardinal bird fly past the front of our car. I knew deep down that was my grandpa telling us it was okay. Now at 22 years old, I still see red cardinals every time I think of my grandpa. I feel like red cardinals and butterflies go hand in hand. Those two are so sweet. My mom swears by that. She's obsessed with red cardinals. But I'm big into like the birds having signs.
Oh yeah, birds
sure.
are huge symbolism. For sure.
Absolutely. Red cardinals, like my mom always said when she would like pray and talk to her mom, a red cardinal would always show up in her backyard.
I'm obsessed with birds. I love them, especially like big vultures. I love the birds that nobody loves. You know, like I love the crows. I love the vultures. At our new property, we have these 2 vultures that are f***ing massive, and they go and they hang out by the pool and they just sit there, and they're just like little gargoyles. They just sit there and look like they're just so cool. And then when they fly off, they're just winged, and then they'll fly to like another tree in the property. Like they followed us. So we were going down to this other house that's on our property, and they flew and sat and watched us from a tree Like they're the cutest things ever.
I'm out there fighting them off with freaking brooms in my yard.
Oh, because you have chickens.
Oh yeah, dude. Those
Yeah.
things, you saw it the other day. It was just circling my yard.
Get a BB gun.
They're huge. Like,
Get a
if you-
BB gun and just bink.
yeah, that's what we have. That's what we used to fight the caducks off with. Those things, but now it's dead. I think a fox got it.
Well, all right, guys. This is our last spooky Ask Tell Confess. We're gonna go back to regular Ask Tell Confess next week. So please make sure you subscribe to the Dumb Blonde Podcast YouTube so you can get all the uncensored podcasts and tons of other stuff that we have on there, but also so you can be a part of Ask Tell Confess, ask us all the crazy stuff, tell us all the crazy stuff, confess your sins. We're here for it. Also, my book is coming out February 10th, 2026. You guys can see it back here. Stripped down, unfiltered and unapologetic. Pre-orders are ready to rock. Link in bio and every freaking social media outlet that I have. Please get you guys one. And I have autographed ones also that are available on Talk Shop. Love you guys. Toodle-doo.